Okay, YouTube, third time's the charm. It looks like we are back on and going here. Apologies for that. Let's go ahead and get this thing going before we have other problems. And we should be online with, again, keeping you updated with what is happening across the area for tonight. Again, so far we've still been looking at everything happening well back to our west, but we could again see some more problems here within about the next couple of hours. That again is where we're going to be mainly concentrating on for now. Time is, as we are netcasting here, 13 minutes past the top of the hour. It is midnight plus 13 on Monday morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Donna, keeping you updated with the latest weather information here. And again, so far, we've got not much of anything immediately going on, but we may be looking for the possibility of more problems into the overnight hours. So if you are just joining us, stay tuned. We'll keep you updated as to what exactly is going on. Let's give you an update again from around the area. News 12 viewing area in the middle of your screen, right here from southeast Tennessee, western North Carolina, northwestern parts of Georgia, and northeastern areas of Alabama. The tornado watch that was issued earlier has now been extended to include Hamilton County, back around Bradley County, Tennessee, also down into and around Walker, Catoosa, and Whitfield counties. That also is again in effect until 4 o'clock this morning. Let's go ahead and give you an idea as to what's going on directly. Those of you on Facebook, you can look at the main monitor up on your screen. Those of you on YouTube, we are netcasting, simulcasting on 2 different services to give you an idea as to what's happening, and hopefully, again, this won't take too long. We're just going to do a quick update because it's a good possibility that we may be in wall-to-wall mode overnight on air. Now, we do have a tornado warning in effect for the Giles, Tennessee area, right around Pulaski, and that is, again, a pretty strong and what looks to be pretty active storm right there. It really has lost a lot of its intensity when it comes to lightning, but we do have a decent amount of some wind speeds coming through here, and again, what looks to be a possible tornado into and around that area. So that is just outside of the News 12 viewing area, which starts over into and around Marion County. But the storm that we are looking at, again, for right now, on screen is this particular system right back around Giles, Tennessee, and moving up toward the north and east. That, again, is where we're seeing the worst of the worst activity for now. So if you have any plans to be traveling overnight, this, again, could be a bit of a problem out there. So please keep it tuned to News 12, and also keep it tuned to, again, local media as you're passing through one particular place or another. Excuse me for just a second. I lost part of my bit of information here. All right, tornado warning in and around the Lawrence County area for that one particular cell moving on through. Right between Pulaski, Elton, and Bethel, just north of the Tennessee line. That is, again, the worst potential that we're seeing for this particular cell right on in through here, right in the center part of your screen. So far, again, that is the only active warning that we have in the form of anything involving tornadoes. Going to get rid of all the other warnings at this time and just focus on the tornado warning, which again, as of right now, is the only one close to our particular area. These storms have been moving through relatively quickly, and again, for right now, this is something that, again, we will be monitoring for the next several hours. So if you have any plans for traveling overnight, definitely want to know what's going on before you head out the door, and make sure that you're paying attention to what is happening. These cells moving northeast at approximately 55 miles per hour. So let's give you an idea on this. And again, east-northeast booking along pretty well at about 55 miles per hour. This particular cell is, again, going to be moving up, and hopefully, again, this may clear the News 12 viewing area counties. However, if you're in Grundy County, Tennessee, I would be watching this with a lot of interest because of the fact that, again, we might see the storm possibly making its way through. If it stays on that track, it could come very close to clipping northwestern Grundy County, Tennessee. So we'll see whether or not that actually happens. But for right now, that is the only tornado warning that we have in place out there. We have numerous other warnings in effect as well. Severe thunderstorm warnings all up and down that line. Again, this is going to be an active couple of hours. Now, over the last couple of hours, we have seen this system, the storms that we're watching at this point have been kind of overtaken by the main line. This, again, is where the storm is kind of like a bulldozer smashing into this from behind. It's possible that it could make things worse by adding extra lift and energy to this system. So far, and hopefully it stays that way, we are not seeing any indication of that. We are getting a bit of an uptick in lightning between Columbia and Fayetteville, and that could show some signs that the storm is in fact getting stronger out there for right now. So for everybody else in and around the area, again, west of Chattanooga, that's where everything is happening at this point, and it's going to be moving through the area as we go through the course of the next couple of hours. This, again, is a dangerous line of storms. There's going to be the possibility of wind damage out there. Again, the possibility of hail mixed in, although we have not had any indication of any reports of hail just yet, but that is a distinct possibility through the rest of the evening. That tornado warning for Giles, Tennessee, that's in effect until 11:45 Central, so another half an hour there west of Tullahoma and north and west of the Fayetteville, Tennessee area. And again, that could be coming very close to the News 12 viewing area counties relatively soon. We'll get back to live radar coming up here in just a little bit. Let's take a look around the area. Just give you an idea as to what else is going on. Downtown, it's quiet. We've had no rainfall downtown, and it's very mild. Temperatures back in the mid to high 60s with those southeasterly winds, again, continuing out there. The watch that we have in effect is in effect until 3 a.m. Central on the central side of the line, 4 a.m. Eastern time into and around Hamilton County, southeast Tennessee, and back into western Georgia. Now back to the west into areas well back this direction. The good news is that we have seen the tornado watches that were in effect for this area get canceled. So we are still seeing the main portion of this line making its way on through, and it will continue to do so. Again, everything sitting just west of us. Again, with the storm going again to the north and east, most of what we're looking at for right now should be passing us except for the main line. That is going to be moving through going into overnight, so we're just starting off with the potential for, again, a lot of these showers and thunderstorms to move on through for everything. Erica Renee on Facebook, is Dunlap under severe threat? Yes, everybody in around Chattanooga where you see, and let's get back to that watch graphic so everybody can see a little bit more about where this is taking place. Anything around from Cleveland and I-75 back to the west of that, northwest Georgia, northeast Alabama, pretty much all of southeast areas of Tennessee under a tornado watch until 3 Central, 4 o'clock Eastern time. So if you haven't had severe weather yet, it will be moving through your particular location. Michael Temple asking about Soddy, Daisy, and Hickson. Yes, Hamilton County also under a tornado watch again until 4 o'clock Eastern time there. Let's see, Arlene Hyde Ryan, hope I'm saying that right, praying for God's protection over us all. Yes, we could all do with some good prayers at this point in time. Marion County, Barbara Falconberry, yes, you are also under a tornado watch until 3 a.m. Central. So that means anybody under these brick red colors in these counties is under a severe weather threat. Back over to around, say, Polk, into and around south and east of McMinn, Monroe, Cherokee counties, over toward Polk County. No tornado watch in effect here. Gilmer, Fannin counties, back over toward Murray County in Georgia. No tornado watch is in effect at this point, but there could be what are called downstream watches being issued. So it's possible we will see more severe weather threat as this particular line, again, moves on through. Now, this is a good indication of where we are for the time being. This from the Storm Prediction Center. This shows, again, the color codes shows you the best potential of where the severe weather is going to expected to be according to the forecast from the experts at the Storm Prediction Center. This is one very good way to show you how NOAA does what it does to protect the people of the United States, to make certain that everybody is protected when it comes to things like severe weather purposes. This gives, again, emergency managers, meteorologists, law enforcement an idea as to what's going on. Now, this forecast is several hours old. It will update in about 35 minutes, top of the hour, right about 1 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not mistaken, and it shows everything making its way to the east. If you're heading east tonight, and you're going to be heading east of, say, Asheville, into the Carolinas, east of Knoxville, Johnson City, Bristol, east of Atlanta, the threat goes from the just 3 out of 5 enhanced risk to a 4 out of 5 moderate risk into the Carolinas, the Virginias, and up around the D.C. area, around Chesapeake Bay. This is where we could be looking at a very active day coming up as this system tracks through our area and going into and around close to the East Coast. So if you're heading east tonight, be prepared for the potential for, again, these stronger storms to be coming on through for later on this evening. If you're just tuning in and joining us, time is 12:24. We've been online here now for about 10 minutes, keeping everybody updated in regards to what is going on out there. Decatur, Tennessee, Eileen Stapler, if you haven't gotten severe weather yet, it's a good possibility you will. Lorraine Butler, Simcox from Chickamauga, yes, you are under a tornado watch in that location until 4 o'clock Eastern time there. Chattooga County, Marianne Blackwell, you have not gotten anything yet, but again, it's a good possibility you will be seeing more of this line making its way toward your direction in about the next hour or so. What we've got, let me stop this for just a second to give you an idea as to where we're going with this. The entire line that we have is making its way to the east at about, it's booking along pretty well at about 55 miles per hour. So this is doing a pretty good job of moving pretty quickly. Now we're over here in the Black Line counties, and again, we have just gotten a severe thunderstorm warning being issued over toward Franklin, Tennessee. So this is knocking on our doorstep right now. We're also seeing right into this area another line of possible thunderstorms developing. When you see something like this, it's not a guarantee, but the main line back here, if stuff develops out ahead of this, these storms can go severe very, very quickly. And this is what we really need to pay attention to from south of Murfreesboro all the way down to about Huntsville. This right here really gives me pause for thought to be able to say that somewhere in this particular location, you're noticing again these areas of showers and no lightning popping up on these just yet, outside of maybe a strike or two here and there. I would be watching these very carefully west of Sewanee and west of Skyline, north of Huntsville. This could be something very interesting relatively soon, but most of what we are watching is this line here. All the dots, again, indicating where we may be seeing the possibility of severe weather, where they're going to be arriving according to the time clock over here. And again, that is just to the west of the News 12 viewing area for right now. Again, time is coming up on 12:30 into and around the area here. So west of Chattanooga, that is where the main line is coming through. Let me get rid of some of this data here so we can all see what's happening. For Hamilton County, again, this is in effect. The tornado watch is in effect until 4 a.m. Eastern. We do not have any active warnings in the News 12 viewing area at this time. However, Grundy and Marion County, Tennessee, you're going to be next up in that particular possibility. Western Jackson County, Alabama, and western and northwestern DeKalb County in Alabama. You're going to be up next on places like this. Let's take it out so we can see the entire area for right now. Again, News 12 viewing area located here. Any county that is located in the watch under this brick red color, that tornado watch means that thunderstorms causing and developing tornadoes will be possible as we go through the extended time frame on here from 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern time. And again, that goes right up to about I-75. So as of right now, Cleveland, Tennessee, you're under the watch. Athens, Tennessee, you are not. Murphy, North Carolina, you're not under the watch. Dalton, Georgia, you are under the watch. Again, the storm prediction center that issues these watches does so, again, plotting them out to see where exactly they will be at a certain location at a certain time. So for those of you asking about which county's on here, again, we'll give you the updated information as often as we can and to give you an idea as to what's going on. But please have your weather radio ready to go, and please pay attention to what is happening tonight. If you don't have that weather radio set up and ready, I would get that all taken care of as much as you possibly can. Have we lost the data again? Yeah, it looks like we have. Okay, apologies for that. I thought I was going to be able to give you a better forecast, but unfortunately, some of our data appears to be dropping out. Right now, this is a good indication as to why we are telling you about this. This entire area, for the entire News 12 viewing area raised counties that you're looking at, significant tornadoes are EF2 and higher. Strong and or long track tornadoes are still possible. Saw on Reddit earlier tonight a lot of people talking about, well, the more we get warnings ahead of time, the less terrible it's going to be. That's a very faulty piece of logic right there. The way that this works, these forecasts from the Storm Prediction Center, giving you an idea as to what's going on, this is what we really need to pay attention to on here. And the potential for tornadoes exists across the entire News 12 viewing area. This is not trying to hype anything. This is just trying to give you an idea as to what's going on, the way the forecast exists for right now at midnight on Monday morning. So everybody here until the next update does see the potential of some tornadic activity possible in the next several hours. Now let's take a look at the possibility. Hail does not appear to be a threat. Anything in the way of, I should say, 2-inch diameter hail, that's significant hail. Severe hail is golf ball, about 1-inch sized hail. That does not appear to be the case for right now. And significant winds, yes, there does appear to be a decent amount of gusty, damaging winds. Higher elevations east of Chattanooga into tonight, especially in those mountainous areas, could be looking around some places, could see 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts late tonight. So if you're going to be traveling, this is something that you really do need to pay attention to out there, just to make sure that you are making sure that you've got everything where it needs to be prep-wise at the very least. I'm trying to find my wind advisory graphic, and I'm not seeing it. Let's see if the updated... Nope, guess not. Sorry, the forecast graphics seem to have gotten caught someplace in the midstream, so they are not showing up. Let's go ahead and switch over to damage reports real quick and see if that's going to be any better. Numerous damage reports, according to the Storm Prediction Center, law enforcement sending things in. Reports of wind damage, several reports of small hail out there, funnel clouds being reported as these storms come on through. Columbia, Tennessee, 6,500 customers without power, trees down on power lines at Summerville, Alabama. Hollywood, Alabama, trees down reported there. Not that much going on where we are here, but we've got all of this potential heading our direction. So we've got the potential out there for many more hours of this to be occurring, and that right there is a good indication of why we need to pay attention to what is moving on through here. So if you have, again, any plans to sleep tonight, I would get that severe warnings ready to go on your weather radio and pay attention to what's happening there. If you do see anything in the way of damage, first of all, make certain you're safe. Secondly, if you have the opportunity to document it, and this is available on most all National Weather Service websites, especially into and around the area of their main drop-down menu. You will see something resembling submit a storm report. That, again, is going to be one of the best things there, because you're going to be able to click on that, tell the National Weather Service what you saw, where, when, how much. Things like that can help researchers and meteorologists figure out what happened and then issue a better forecast down the line. That, again, that data you provide as a citizen scientist can really come in handy for things of that nature at this point in time. So again, if you have the opportunity to do so, yes, and cataloging the damage, that's great, but again, please make certain safety first and safety always in regards to everything that is happening around you. Never risk your life for a piece of video or anything else of that nature. All right, going to go once more around the horn, then we're going to go ahead and hang up here for this evening, at least for right now. It's a good possibility, again, we will be back in just a little while as this particular area of storms comes on through. So what you're looking at right now is the current radar at this time. The flashing orange boxes that you see on screen, that is severe thunderstorm warnings from east of Nashville down to west of Huntsville, basically on either side of I-65 at this time. This entire line is moving to the east, and storms along it moving to the northeast. Now, that tornado warning that was in effect back around Tullahoma, just for a little bit right there, it appears that the National Weather Service has let that expire. Let me just confirm that with the National Weather Service in Huntsville, and to make certain that everything is there. And according to this, it looks like it was allowed to expire, so good news there. Just confirm with the National Weather Service in Nashville to make certain that they are okay. Tornado warning for southeast Giles County is canceled. This threat has diminished. Damaging winds and severe thunderstorm warnings remain in effect for that particular storm. And again, that's the one that is just west of the new swell viewing area. So this is about less than an hour away from I-24 around Manchester. And this will be moving very close to Grundy County, Tennessee, within an hour to an hour and a half. And we still have these showers sparking to the east of this main line. These are what could go severe very, very quickly. When you have a main line like this, this is where you will get the possibility of very quickly developing severe weather. Now, hopefully this main line is taking the energy out of the system, but for right now, again, we can't take that chance. So Winchester, Skyline, Scottsboro, right back to the east of Tullahoma, McMinnville, Dunlap, Tennessee, into around Walden, and anything west of Chattanooga, the main line is still coming our direction. So it is going to be a bit of a long night taking place. If you're east of Chattanooga, this storm is still approaching your area and will be moving through areas north and south of Chattanooga within about 2 to 3 hours, heading to the east. Again, this is moving pretty quickly at about 55 miles per hour, so we have a decent amount of chances for the potential for this activity going on. Everybody, again, checking in from different locations. Basically, if you're checking in and asking, yes, you do have a potential of severe weather tonight, just about any place across the News 12 viewing area. Southeast Tennessee, northeast Alabama, northwest Georgia. Nothing going on in western North Carolina, but you're going to be up here within a couple of hours as this system continues to move its way on through. So you've got more potential of activity going on in these locations out here. Let me just stop for a second here and take this information off the screen for just a moment, because we have just a couple of other things to talk about. Northeast Alabama, southeast Tennessee, western North Carolina, you are under a wind advisory. That, again, is for winds for about 40 miles per hour plus. Southeastern Monroe County, you have a high wind warning, which, again, going up the Tennessee-North Carolina line, that is where you may see the possibility of wind gusts topping 60 miles per hour. And according to the National Weather Service in Morristown, there's a possibility that, again, some of those higher elevations could see wind gusts topping 70 miles per hour into and around areas between Knoxville, Johnson City, Asheville, and into western North Carolina. So tonight on the roadways, it's going to be very choppy out there, especially for high-profile vehicles. So definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention to all of that if you have to be driving tonight, which, again, if you don't have to be, try to wait this out if at all possible. We do have also a couple of winter advisories to tell you about. South of the Tennessee line, we have freeze warnings that are in place that will go until Tuesday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. These are issued usually at this time of the year for anybody who's planting anything outdoors, agriculture, horticulture, home gardeners. With temperatures plunging behind this front, you're going to want to make certain you get everything protected, because this will be a killing frost as temperatures plunge. There is also the possibility, and I'm guessing that my computer models have still not caught up yet. Let me see if they're here. No, they are not. I apologize. But there is the possibility of some of this rain changing over to snow as we get into and around the area of Monday afternoon and early into Tuesday morning. It is possible. I don't think we're going to be getting too much out of that, but once again, it is potential problem, so make certain that you are protecting your plants if you have them out there. Should be getting an update from the Storm Prediction Center on the threat for severe weather somewhere in about the next half an hour to 45 minutes or so. And again, heading east of the area into tomorrow, a 4 out of 5 moderate threat will exist from South Carolina all the way up to Maryland and west of Delaware. So even worse severe weather potential to the east of us as we head again into tomorrow. One more roundabout for the radar. And again, so far we do not have any tornado warnings for the News 12 viewing area, but this entire line is approaching from the west at approximately 20 minutes until 1 o'clock. So we're coming up here as this front again gets closer to us. Severe thunderstorm warnings are now in effect for Franklin and just west of Grundy County, which is in the News 12 viewing area. Everything under the brick red color, northwest Georgia, northeast Alabama, southeast Tennessee, under a tornado watch again until 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern time. And it looks like Knoxville, Morristown, just west of Johnson City, a new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for areas from Roane County back to the east. Athens, Tennessee, back toward Murphy, North Carolina, Blue Ridge, Georgia. You still do not have any watches in effect coming up on 12:40, but this is your chance to make certain you stay tuned and stay weather aware with what is going on to make sure that you're prepared for it, because a downstream watch like they call this one here may be possible for this area that does not have a watch in it. You do not have a severe threat now, but with this line approaching, it's a good bet that the National Weather Service will be issuing something for areas east of Chattanooga relatively soon. Again, make certain that weather radio is plugged in, fresh batteries, it's programmed properly. If you don't have one, make certain you are able to pick up one sometime soon, because they can be lifesavers on there. That's going to do it for right now. We're going to send it back to your regular Monday morning programming. We may have wall-to-wall coverage coming up here relatively soon, and if that is the case, we will break in and let you know about it as soon as we possibly can. We're going to be here overnight keeping an eye on things for what's going on to make sure that you are prepared for everything that is happening for this evening, or for this morning, I should say. And again, we will bring you updates on News 12 this morning, coming up with Amelia Greer and Chip Chapman. They'll have your detailed forecast here coming up as well. Thanking News 12's Russell Stroud for monitoring things through the weekend, and also our weather intern just off screen, Spencer Holt, for keeping an eye on things here. Always helps to have many hands lighten the load. So thank you everybody at News 12 for pitching in on stuff like this. Keep it tuned to News 12 throughout the evening. Stay weather aware. Get that weather radio out of the box if you haven't done so already. Get it ready to go. Be weather aware. Please be careful and keep it tuned to News 12, and we'll keep you updated through the evening this morning, I should say again, and into the rest of the morning. And a complete update coming up on News 12 this morning, starting at 5 a.m. Eastern, so stay tuned for that. Live and direct from downtown Chattanooga, I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. More coming up on News 12 throughout the rest of the morning.